These are the best classes to choose in Crystal of Atlan. Let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about everything you need to know about the best character classes you should pick in Crystal of Atlan, helping you guys make your informed decision. Now, first up is going to be the Musketeer class. This is going to be your first-person shooters. They're going to do a bunch of damage based off of which subclass you do. And towards the next class to talk about is going to be that Swordsman class, putting that blade on your back and using it to slice your opponents down to oblivion. Starting off, we are talking about the Berserker subclass. This is going to be a tanky, and I mean a high tanking, damage dealing DPS unit with HP to shield passives. It's going to be slow on the skills, but it's going to be deadly, and this is going to be a great class for any of you beginner players. But opposing the Berserker might be that Magi Blade, and that's going to be a fast melee magic hybrid with aerial skills and high mobility. This will be a harder class to master, but when you guys have the ability to optimize this character, he's going to be proven very strong and useful. Afterwards, let's go ahead and talk about that Puppeteer. If we're talking about the Scythe Guard, she's going to be support focused with healing and damage reduction. She's going to be great for team PvE and annoying as fuck in the PvP due to just the tanky engage skills. If you guys use the Scythe Guard in PvP, especially in one-on-one, I hate you, okay? Opposing to that, we have the Blade Mating, which is a high DPS with Puppet Mimicry. So the Puppet is actually going to mimic a lot of the Blade Mating skills. Very strong in the PvE, but it takes awareness and marionette positioning to succeed in the PvP. So next up, let's go ahead and talk about the Magister class, because the Magister class is one of the classes with only 3 subclasses as of right now. So the first class to be talked about is going to be that Elementalist. This is going to be a classic range caster with elemental spells. So it's going to have huge damage, but the Elementalist is going to be a little bit squishy with low mobility. So you might find great use in it. I do want to mention the Elementalist also has cooldown reduction in his kit, so he might be a good character for you guys to pick early game. Next up, let's talk about the Warlock, being a mid-range dark magic user with a bunch of buffs and debuffs. Short explosive fights will be the king with the Warlock with a lot of crowd control. And last but not least, we do have the Magician. This is going to be your flashy trickster with a lot, and I mean a lot of crowd control, a lot of illusions, cards in his availability. You guys will use this class and you guys will have a hard time mastering this class, because this is a very tricky class that I think that can be utilized to its fullest potential once you guys know what you're doing with it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the fighter classes. There's only going to be 2 subclasses within the fighter class, but both of these are some very big brawlers. Starting off with the Cloud Striker, this is going to be an agile melee fighter with aura-based summons, comparable to the Magi Blade, but really fast, fluid, and flashy. And next up, we have the Starbreaker. She's going to be a little bit slower, but the stronger counterpart. You more want to think of her like a Berserker, high impact, and then very PvP friendly.